Prepare to be amazed as we delve into a riveting video showcasing astonishing instances where law enforcement officers arrested individuals, only to later discover they were undercover FBI agents. Buckle up, because this is a wild ride you won't want to miss. In the heart of the city, a South Sudanese citizen was next. Agent Burke's mission was clear: confiscate an illegally acquired firearm from a seemingly ordinary house. However, what unfolded next was a tense and perplexing showdown that would leave everyone questioning their actions. As Burke approached the residence, he expected cooperation, but instead the door was unceremoniously slammed in his face. A call to the police was made by the residents, and in a bizarre turn of events, the very badge that identified him as a federal agent seemed to be his downfall. The officers treated the situation as a break-in and Agent Burke as a criminal.
Okay, let me see your hands. I need to see some ID. Get on the ground! Get on the ground now!
Unfazed by the immediate orders to get on the ground, Burke resisted, not willing to surrender control. His belief that federal agents were exempt from the orders of municipal police was about to be put to the test. While he might not have appeared threatening, the situation could have been diffused with a bit of cooperation.
You're the one making the mistake!
Settlement. Face down, now! All the way down! All the way!
Instead, tensions continued to mount. It wasn't until a second officer arrived on the scene that Burke finally complied with the orders and laid down on the ground. But the ordeal was far from over. In a distressing turn, he continued to assert his identity as an FBI agent out on official duty.
I'm not! Stop resisting.
Would you
now.
please get my ID out of my left pocket?
Stop
I'm
resisting.
begging you. My wife's please. It's
Stop
right here.
resisting.
Please get it.
I got one cuff on. Get your
Urging the officers to simply check his ID. However, even after they did, they kept him under arrest, escorting him to their patrol vehicle. Inside the vehicle, Burke's pleas and explanations fell on deaf ears as the police seemingly ignored his medical condition.
Here, T, get your legs in. Get your legs in. We're closing this door.
Sir,
Get your legs in.
I need air. Sir, please, call an ambulance. I'm asking for an
You
ambulance.
got a medic coming. Get in the car.
The ordeal dragged on, with Burke detained for over an agonizing hour before being released without charges. In the aftermath, Burke decided to take legal action, suing the Columbus Police Department for excessive force and unlawful arrest. The incident had left him physically and mentally scarred, forcing him into administrative and support roles as adjustments were made within the department to accommodate him. In this complex and troubling case, it's clear that both parties bore some responsibility for the escalating situation. As the legal battle continues, it serves as a stark reminder of how misunderstandings and miscommunications can lead to dire consequences, even among those tasked with upholding the law. In this riveting encounter, a police officer finds himself face to face with a man who boldly claims to be an FBI agent.
Okay.
To prove his credentials, the man willingly displays his identification, but the cop's trust remains elusive. In a bid to verify the situation, the officer promptly makes a call to the station to run a check on the vehicle's plates. The results come back surprising. The plates are registered to a wiring company, not a government agency.
It just advises Advanced Wiring Company.
Do you work for a
Doesn't
wiring
say anything
company?
Further.
It's a covert vehicle, sir. Okay.
Suddenly, the plot thickens. It turns out that it was the mysterious man who initiated contact with the cop, leaving the officer baffled as to how his phone number came into the mix.
Here, sir. How did you get my phone number? I can't give you that information. I ain't saying he can't tell me how he got my information.
Despite the escalating tension, the cop decides not to immediately slap handcuffs on the man. Instead, he detains him, citing the lack of cooperation as the reason. When the man offers his vehicle registration, the officer flatly refuses, insisting on waiting for his supervisor to arrive.
To see the registration, sir. I don't really want anything from you at this point. My supervisor's on the way. Excellent.
The plot twists once again as the captain's voice crackles over the radio, revealing the man's identity as Special Agent Hatton from Jacksonville. Yet, despite this revelation, the man's radio transmissions yield nothing but silence. Frustration mounts as the situation remains uncertain, leading to the eventual decision to handcuff him. As the man sits in the back of the police car, his condition takes a sudden turn for the worse, prompting him to request an ambulance.
Call 911. I need a medical attention right now. Unlock me.
When the ambulance finally arrives, the cop relays the complex situation to the paramedics, highlighting the man's complaints of shortness of breath and vision loss.
Started complaining of shortness of breath, vision loss.
Amidst the unfolding drama, the cop finds himself in a precarious position, attempting to justify his actions. He concedes that the man's legitimacy eventually became apparent, but insists that his initial suspicions were aroused by the man's peculiar behavior. Here's a case where the police arresting an FBI agent was undeniably justified. This gripping video unfolds in Grand Rapids, Michigan, as officers from the local police department find themselves in a heart-pounding pursuit of a man who's not only clearly intoxicated, but also lost in a sea of incoherent ramblings. The video doesn't capture it, but the man had earlier fired his weapon at the police, setting off a dangerous chain of events. Just outside a gym, while attempting to handcuff him, the situation took a harrowing turn. Amid the chaos, one of the vigilant officers made a shocking discovery. The man had a badge. As she glanced at the badge, a chilling revelation struck her like a lightning bolt. The man, the very same man they were struggling to detain, was in fact an FBI agent.
Empty. He's got a badge.
Oh, no, sir.
Federal Bureau of... He's an FBI agent.
Well, I think you're in big trouble now. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell for more thrilling content coming your way.